In this lesson, I'll talk about demonstratives, which are the determiners we use to show distance. So let's just do a quick review of what we've learned so far. There are 4 types of determiner. The first type we learned about were articles, and those are a, an, and the. And those show whether a noun is general or specific. Possessive determiners are my, your, his, her, its, our, and their. And those determiners show if a noun is owned by somebody or something. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about demonstratives, which are this, that, these, and those. And in another lesson, we'll learn about quantifiers, which include some, much, many, to, etc. So probably the most important thing to keep in mind is that singular count nouns must have a determiner, because that's the most common mistake, is that students just don't include any determiner at all. So try to be aware of those singular count nouns, because those are the ones that must have a determiner. So demonstratives show if a noun is near or far from the speaker. So let's imagine we're in this restaurant here, and you and I are standing close to the front of the picture by this black chair here. So I might say to you, do you want to sit at this table in the middle? And when the listener hears the demonstrative this, they know to look close by to where the speaker is speaking, because this means near to the speaker. But if I said, do you want to sit at one of those tables against the wall, as soon as the listener hears the demonstrative those, they're looking for something further away, and they know that it's plural, more than one. There are 2 tables against the wall. So those are 2 examples of demonstratives. Specifically, the singular demonstratives are this and that, as in, do you like this dog sitting beside us? So this means one noun, one dog. Say to you, do you prefer that dog over there? So you can see that dog is further away in the distance. And that is also singular, and it means singular and far away. The plural demonstratives are these and those. So this gentleman is selling shoes here, and he might say something like, do you like these white shoes? So he's holding them. They're definitely close to him, right? And there are 2 of them, so it's plural. So when he says these, you know to look close to him. And he might also say, do you prefer those green shoes on the wall? So when he says those, you know to look further away. And because it's those, it's plural. So there are 2 pairs of green shoes there against the wall. So another thing to keep in mind with demonstratives is that the distance might also be distance in time. So we can use demonstratives to show distance in both the physical world and distance in time. So here's an example. Those years when I lived in Victoria were some of the best years in my life. So notice the past tense here, lived. So I'm talking about a time that present. We are here in the present now, and the past was then. So I can use those to show a time that was in the past and further away from where I am now. And it's plural, our noun is plural, years, and that's why we're using those. If I wanted to talk about 1 year, I would say that year in the past. And if I'm talking about physical distance, then I might say something like, those pink flowers on that tree over there are so beautiful. So in this case, I'm talking about physical distance, not distance in time. So I'm pointing over there across the street, maybe. So let's practice. Let's see if you can apply what we've learned in this lesson. So the demonstratives are this and that. Those are the singular demonstratives, and these and those. Those are the plural demonstratives. And keep in mind, it might be distance that is physical distance or distance in time. Okay, number 1. I really like blank jacket you're wearing. So remember, when you're considering the distance, there is the speaker or the writer, and then there's everybody else. So when you're talking about distance, you mean distance from you, the speaker or the writer. So if you say, I really like, and you're talking about somebody else's clothes, then you need to use that, right? Because this is only for things that are very close to you. So if you're looking at somebody else, you would use that. I really like that jacket you're wearing. Number 2, I don't like blank program we're watching. Let's choose a different one. So you're including yourself. You are watching something, and so it's close to you. I don't like this program we're watching. Let's choose a different one. It's your experience, close to you. So always think about it in relationship to what you are writing or saying. Number 3, blank red flowers in our neighbor's garden are really beautiful. So watch out, this is plural. And are we talking about near or far? So it's either these or those, because those are the plural demonstratives. And are we talking about right where I am or further away? We're talking about in our neighbor's garden, not in our garden, our neighbor's garden. So it's further away. Those red flowers in our neighbor's garden are really beautiful. Number 4, can you please come here and look at blank 2 laptops on blank website? So the clue is the word here, the adverb here. So that means right where I, the speaker or writer, am. So we need to use the ones that are close by. Can you please come here and look at, watch out, this one is plural, so these 2 laptops on this website, singular, because I'm looking at it right now. It's close to me, so I'm using the demonstratives that are close by. Number 5, look at blank cute dog playing in the park. So am I telling the listener to look close to me or further away from me? Well, if I'm saying look in the park, I'm not saying look here. So the correct demonstrative would be, look at that cute dog playing in the park. Number 6, blank cookies you baked last week were delicious. So watch out, we're talking about a point in time that is distant, far away, not now, in the past. And it's plural, so it should be those cookies you baked last week were delicious. Number 7, many people blank days spend too much time sitting down. So are we talking about now or in the past? Do people sit down too much now or in the past? And notice this is present tense. It's not past tense with our verb. So the correct answer there is these days. We've got a plural noun and we're talking about a time right now, not far away from us, but right now. Many people these days spend too much time sitting down. Number 8, I remember blank days when we used to play outside until sunset. Okay, so watch out. We're talking about the past. So it's a time far away from where we are now, distant to us in time. So we're going to use those. We've got a plural noun, so we're going to use the demonstrative those. I remember those days when we used to play outside until sunset. Number 9, we are really looking forward to blank weekend because we're going to a party. So are we talking about a time close to us or distant? So in this case, it's this weekend. We mean the one that's coming right up, the next one, very close to us, not far away. So going to a party. So whenever you say this in terms of days of the week, you mean the next one. So if I say this Monday and it's, for example, Tuesday, then you mean the next Monday that comes. Number 10, can you please pass me blank book beside you? So is that close to me or further away? It's further away. Can you please pass me that book beside you? Okay, so let's summarize what we've learned here. We have learned that demonstratives show if a noun is near or far in physical distance or time from the speaker or the writer, as in this class is easier than that class we took last term. So that's an example of distance in time. The singular demonstratives are this, which means close, and that, which means far, when we're talking about one noun. As in, this chair I am sitting in now is more comfortable than that chair I sit in at work. The plural demonstratives are these, which means close, and those, which means far. As in, these flat shoes I am wearing are more comfortable than those high heels she is wearing. Okay, just as a last note, try to make sure that you say your vowel sounds clearly and the consonant sound at the end of demonstratives clearly. So this is an I sound and a S, this. And then the plural demonstrative is these. So it's an E sound and a Z sound instead of a S sound. Okay, I think that demonstratives are easier than some of the other determiners, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, good luck with them.